My name is Andrew Jeffrey, and I'm very proud to have been part of the team that's helped to develop Max Maths. And in this short video, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about how children might be supported at home with Max Maths. Max Maths is not just well suited to the classroom, it can also be very useful for children who maybe need a bit of help at home. And here's how. One of the tools provided with Max Maths is the journal. There's one for every year, and in a sense it's a little bit like a diary or a record of what's happened, but it allows students to reflect on their learning and consider their next steps, or where they might want further help. In addition, there is actually strong evidence to suggest that the very act of writing down something that you've studied can actually help you store that information in the brain more effectively in long-term memory, and therefore reducing the risk of it being forgotten. So it's a very handy thing. But there's a really crucial couple of aspects of this. For example, there are sections called From School to Home. And this specifically allows children to talk to someone at home. I'll just read this little one. Show someone at home your schoolwork. Talk about some of your answers to these questions. Explain what you've learned. Teachers have known for many years that explaining something to somebody else actually helps you learn it. So one very good way that parents can support their children is simply to go through this and also to practice language. There are sections called Practicing My Maths Language. Now, parents often ask if there's anything that they can do to support their child with maths at home. While there certainly are some instances where this is a good idea, it's also important that this doesn't become an extra pressure on the child, because that actually could do more harm than good, however well-intentioned. It's probably important, therefore, to explain carefully to parents that they must check with teachers before undertaking work at home. I think teachers, parents, and children working together to agree on what would or wouldn't be helpful provides the best chance of improving the child's confidence and their achievements. Because actually, most children probably won't need help at home. Despite how anxious I or you as a parent might feel, that's the reality. Probably one of the best things that people can do to help their children at home is simply to play games with them. Mathematical games, a sense of enjoyment. And the journals are full of those. For example, in the Stage 1 journal, there's a very simple game here about practicing maths language. In this one, somebody says a number and somebody else has to make it add up to 10 as quickly as they can. Nothing too stressful, doesn't require a lot of marking, just a fun game, a bit of quality time. Here's another example for older children. This is from the journal from Year 4. Again, a game, just play a game. And this one is more advanced. It's about tenths and comparing decimals to tenths. Again, it just uses strips of paper and a dice. None of these games require particularly complicated things, but there's ideas for adults in the journal to help. So just another great way that you can support children at home using Max Maths.